Hello and welcome to Spark Joy Astrology. My name is Joy and I am honored to be here with you today on the solar eclipse. Today at 11:50 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, the sun and the moon came to the exact degree in Libra at 21 degrees to make this solar eclipse go down. What exactly is a solar eclipse? Well, it is a new moon times 10. What happens with this particular new moon is that it is close enough to one of the nodes of fate. In this particular eclipse, it is the south node. On the 28th of October, we will experience a north node eclipse. But here with the south node, we work with the dragon's tail in Vedic astrology, which is a lot of past experience, karma, past lives even, but things that we are working to let go of. We've learned the lessons, we're ready to release these old experiences, people, whatever it is, to say we're ready to move on towards the dragon's head, which is the north node. So here we are working with the fate, with the nodes of fate rather, when we come to eclipses. So the 21 degree new moon is conjunct the south node at 25 degrees in Libra. Libra is ruled by Venus, so we want to see where is Venus? How is she influencing this new moon solar eclipse? And unfortunately, friends, she is not influencing it very well. She is in the house next door in Virgo, and when two planets are that close together, that 30-degree alignment, they are actually considered blind. This is called a semi-sextile. It is an energy that is almost hard to obtain. We have to work for it, but through subtle adjustments, we are able to align to some positive flow of energy, right? A sextile is by the nature of Venus, so there's some harmonizing here, but it is more challenging to obtain. So Venus is not in the greatest spot to really influence this particular eclipse. She is also opposite Saturn. She was exactly opposite Saturn a few days ago, so they have been moving out of that exact alignment, but they are still in close enough range. Saturn is at 0 degrees of Pisces, and across there at 880 degrees away is the sign of Virgo, and Venus is at 5 degrees. So just in that engagement range, if you ask me. But Venus is also right next to Black Moon Lilith at 1 degree. So really, Black Moon Lilith and Saturn are opposite one another. This can bring in some tense energy around evolving past societal structures, right? Saturn represents structure, organization, authority. And when you have Black Moon Lilith, who really is wanting to say F that to all such structure, you can have some tension. What that's asking us cosmically is to step outside of boxes that aren't truly ours. What authority is, having this big say in our life that really shouldn't be there. We are evolving into our own sovereign beings. That is what Venus conjunct Black Moon Lilith has been asking throughout Venus's entire retrograde cycle that went down this summer. The two of them, Black Moon Lilith and Venus, were very tied together throughout that. So here, now in this eclipse energy, Saturn opposing that is asking us, how have you really stood up to the challenge of stepping into your authenticity? And this can be in the way that you make money, in the way you express your beauty, in the way that you show up in relationships, all Venusian topics. So Venus ruling this particular eclipse is a bit challenging, right? Because she is blind to it. She's also opposing Saturn, but she is right next to Black Moon Lilith, so empowering her to make sovereign choices, to look at shame and to heal that. And we come to more healing with this particular eclipse because right next to the new moon at 21 degrees in Libra, you also have Mercury at 17 degrees. So in close enough arrangement engagement to really put a highlight on him as well. So Mercury at 17 degrees is directly opposite Chiron in Aries, going retrograde at 17 degrees. Chiron represents the archetype of the healing that needs to be done within us to become the teacher, right? The healing of the deepest wounds within us. Chiron had to deal with being born out of rape and not being wanted by his parents. He was a centaur that had human front legs, so he never really fit in with the centaurs. He had a lot of woundings, but he healed himself and became a great teacher. So Mercury, opposite this asteroid, is really letting us get into our own analytical way that we process information, the way we think about things, and analyze our pains, our wounds, and see them in a different way, and perhaps alchemize them. Mercury was the beautiful character that could go, that represented really Apollo's energy, the ability to go into the hell realms and the heaven realms and alchemize the pains, the torturous aspects of ourselves into alchemize gold, into the light, and really become whole. So this particular eclipse energy is very much highlighted on analyzing these wounds and perhaps taking them into a new level of understanding and healing. Because the next aspect that is very potent on this eclipse is the fact that Pluto is a big part of this. Scorpio just had Mars enter the house of Scorpio a couple days ago, and Mars is home in Scorpio. So Scorpio and Pluto, Mars, they're all the same energy. So it's very amplified, this ability to get deep, friends. And what we're dealing with is Pluto at 27 degrees of Capricorn, just going direct now, so building the speed to really transform, squaring the south and north nodes at 25 degrees of Aries and Libra. This is an aspect that really asks us to transform. Pluto, the god of hell, is really all about working to evolve, uncover, clear out the cellar of our psyche, the darkest parts of ourselves, to excavate that part and look at it, to heal it, to be able to say, yes, I can now transmute that pain and see it as gold, as treasure that's made me who I am, this strong being today. And now I'm ready to teach it. Hello, back to Chiron, right? But what is also interesting about whenever the nodes are squaring a planet, it is called a skipped fate, a skipped step rather of fate. So with Pluto being what we have skipped in past experiences and are working to integrate, and friends, we've been working to integrate this energy since midsummer, when that was exact on July 28th. So Pluto squaring the nodes is asking us to look into our past. Where have we really not been able to do the shadow work that now we're able to look at, we're able to see? And this is this chance with this new moon, this potent eclipse new moon, to set intention seeds around finally healing, finally moving into that sovereign Black Moon Lilith healed space, rather than the unhealed portion of that, right? Where we're not in tune with what our true desires and our instinctual needs are. So Pluto is uncovering the ugliness, the pain, and the suffering so that we can heal it, so that we can become wealthy through this transformation. And Pluto is also a generational planet, right? Because it's an outer planet, it's not considered a personal planet. It moves so slow that it affects generations. And here we are just moving into war, friends. And what the North and South node really point to is tension around war. The North node is in Aries, the house ruled by Mars, and very much a warrior energy. And that's where the head of the dragon is, this North node pushing towards independence. But what is always the most sage way of moving forward is finding the balance. Everything is in polarities in this existence. And you look to the opposite side where the South Node is, and that is Libra. So how do we balance this forward motion of warrior energy on our planet? Well, we work to find diplomacy and harmony and balance through the opposite sign, which is Libra, where the South Node is. So how in our lives can we get rid of something? Because the South Node is asking us with this eclipse to set seeds, intention seeds around releasing, letting something die so that a new portion of ourselves can be born in an independent nature, but a balanced in love and harmony way, right? So the dynamics of Aries and Libra in balance, which is exactly what Libra season is asking out of us, as our sun is at that 21-degree point in Libra, the scales of balance. So working when we feel that brave, courageous energy of Mars to breathe it into a channel of service rather than aggression and warlike tendencies. Okay, so war versus love, injustice versus justice, independence versus codependence, me versus we are all topics that will be coming up during these potent few days around the eclipse. So courage and bravery is the best way to use the energy of the Aries North Node, and with Pluto asking us to evolve in new ways and up-level from past shadows that we could not face, we are certainly asking to be sovereign beings, friends. This turning point being too bogged down by heavy wounds is really here. We are working with an empowered version of Venus. Although she has moved into a sign where she's not as strong, she is in a sign where she is also being asked in Virgo to stand into her own sovereign wholeness, her wellness, and look at the practical matters of how to really self-love so that one can truly give love out back into the world, because our cup is full first, right? Very important. All right, friends, so I think I have covered the majority of the major aspects of this eclipse. I do want to leave you with the Sabian symbol of the 21st degree of Libra. That is a child giving birds a drink at a fountain. And if you can hear the crows in the background, I'm sure you have, I think that they've been waiting for this moment for me to share this Sabian symbol. Again, this is a child giving birds a drink at the fountain. So definitely bringing forth compassion, service, a caring mentality, attention, and that childlike innocence there to serve in that sacred relation to nature. So friends, although Venus is not quite able to put her beautiful thumbprint on this eclipse, it is in her house. So if you can get out and love yourself today, love nature, and pay homage to the beauty that life truly is, yes, thank God for being alive. And I wish you the most graceful change if this eclipse does pick you up from your life and place you in a whole new place. Eclipses do have a tendency to do that. And lastly, the last time that this particular eclipse energy was really potent in Libra was between 2004 to 2006. So if you can remember back to that time, what themes were important, because you will be re-looking at those themes just in a new way. So friends, plant your intention seeds, and may you have a graceful, beautiful eclipse season. We'll be back for the second round of the lunar eclipse, the culmination point, on October 28th. So sending you so much love, so much joy, and so much happiness. Mwah.